Thank you for joining our presentation today. Today, we would like to introduce our intensive Japanese course, 留学生別科, which was founded in 1999, mainly for international students who desire to enter an undergraduate and a postgraduate program at Kurume University. Exchange students from partner universities can also study the Japanese language at our program at Kurume University. Exchange students from partner universities can also study the Japanese language at our program. We will be happy if you find this interesting. Please look at this slide. This is the outline today. So if you have a question, please write a comment at the chat. We'll answer your question after our presentation. Have you ever heard about Kurume City? The city of Kurume is located in Fukuoka, Kyushu, in the southwest of mainland Japan. It takes 30 minutes from Tenjin, the major metropolitan center of Kyushu. So, what is Kurume City like? First, commodity prices are reasonable and convenient for living. Second, there are a lot of places such as factories, restaurants, and shopping malls for students to find full-time jobs. Third, Kurume City is famous for being a medical town. You will find many hospitals and clinics, so students do not need to worry about medical services. Finally, there are a lot of delicious foods such as ramen, strawberries, grapes, and yakitori. Okay, this is the video about Kurume City. Please enjoy this video for a moment. How did you think about our city? You must be interested in Kurume City. Okay, let me talk about two types of courses based on course length in our intensive Japanese course. The first is 1-year course for 15 students, and the second is a 1.5-year course for 20 students. Students aspiring to improve their Japanese skills can enroll in Becca for a maximum 2 years. We'd like to briefly talk about the application and admission process. Students can enter in April and September of each year. When hoping to enter in September, applicants have to apply by April. When hoping to enter in April, applicants have to apply by September. In case of a September admission, most students will enroll for 1.5 years. In case of April admission, most students will enroll in a course for 1 year. For your information, many universities begin in April in Japan. Now, we are going to explain about the tuition fees for 留学生別科. The total fee for 1 year is 450,000 yen. The Becca class has 32 weeks in 1 year. with 17 sessions each week. So in total, students can study for about 816 hours. The tuition for 1 hour is only about 551 yen. Okay, let me introduce about the class type. So we have 3 types of classes: intermediate, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Before each semester, every student will be given a Japanese placement test. The result of the test will determine the student's class level. Intermediate beginner class. In this class, students learn Japanese and reinforce the ability to make use of the vocabulary and basic sentence patterns they have previously studied. This class is for students who already know about 2,000 basic words and 500 kanji characters. Intermediate class. This class aims to reinforce the students' general Japanese abilities in reading, writing, listening, and situational conversation. This class is for students who already know about 3,000 basic words and 1,000 basic kanji characters. Advanced class. In this class, students learn how to listen to lectures and write reports at the university level. They also learn how to adapt their conversational style depending on the school situations. This class is for the students who already know about 6,000 basic words and 1,500 kanji characters. So, okay, this is the example of class schedule for 1 week. In 留学生別科, students can comprehensively improve their listening, writing, speaking, and reading skills. The 留学生別科 program focuses on learning Japanese not only for knowledge but also for actively using it well. Becca students will acquire academic levels of communication, listening, writing, and so on. Those who aspire to enter graduate school will be allowed to enroll in faculty courses and English courses. The remarkable feature of our course is the cost of the tuition fees. Compared to other Japanese schools, the class number is stronger, so that our course is a great value for money paid. Making the most of the length of class time, students can focus on improving their Japanese skills. Also, class sizes are small, so you can get one-to-one attention from teachers. Students can enjoy not only studying, but also experiencing to go to the Buddhist cooperation and one-day cultural seminar. There are other activities besides studying. For example, speech contests, project work, visitor sessions that invite Japanese students to classes, and so on. Furthermore, there are more events with people around Kurume City, such as a rice cake and pounding party, a kimono party, and study tours. By communicating with people outside of school, students can have the opportunity to learn natural Japanese. Other than class, Becca has a comprehensive support system. Japanese Becca teachers and Japanese student tutors hold a support time and provide guidance to help international students with their studies and make them feel more comfortable in their daily lives. Becca students can meet and get along with Japanese students using this platform. We have an opportunity called Minade Lunch in order to promote international exchange between international students and Japanese students. Every Thursday, 15 to 20 students enjoying having lunch and communicating with each other. Not only Becca students, but also other international students, exchange students, and Japanese students and international clubs participate in this in Netherlands. Next, you can see our cafeterias. At Kurume University mid-campus, we have 4 cafeterias, a bakery, and a fast food place. So you can choose one depending on your mood of the day. Each has a variety of meals, which is not only nutritious, but also reasonable. If you are a faculty student, for your information, you can have a breakfast for just 100 yen. For your healthy life, why don't you make use of it? Becca students can also use facilities such as a library, computer rooms, and a convenience store. In the library, there are many books and private desks for self-study. We have several cafeterias and a convenience store on our campus. Becca students taking the mandatory seminar can use the gym. In the bookshop, students can buy discount books and stationeries. Okay, everyone, let's go to the online mid-campus tour now. Firstly, this is our new main building, Nihonkan, which was built in 2017. Many students spend their time here, such as chatting with friends, having classes, and buying lunch at the convenience store. Now you can see Me Library. It holds a plenty of technical books, so not a few students visit here in order to work on their homework. This is the education center for computing and networking. As you can see, students can use PCs for free. Me Honkan again. There are some offices like student affairs and academic affairs. If you have any questions about their daily lives or classes, you can consult those programs with the kind staffs. How do you think about our campus? We strongly hope to see you here at Kurume in near future. Now, I'd like to hand over to Yasuko, who will talk about our dormitory. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyoka. Hello, my name is Yasuko. I'm a colleague of Kyoka and staff of International Center 2. Thank you for your participation today. Let me introduce about our dormitory. We have dormitories for men and women. It only takes 5 minutes on foot to from campus. Room cost includes fuel, water, and light expenses. In the dorm of men, everything you need is already furnished in the room. There is a bed, main kitchen, bathroom, air conditioner, refrigerator, and microwave. Moreover, our dormitory for men was renovated in 2020, so it is brand new. Next, the dormitory for women is called K-House. It was built in 2013. There are 2 types of rooms. With type A, private room, 7 or 8 students share a kitchen. The bathtub and toilet are in private rooms. With type B, shared room, 4 students share both a kitchen and bathroom. Basically, female students can live in the dormitory for 1 year. male students can live in the dormitory for 5 months. After that, students can move to an apartment close to our main campus. The room rent around the university is about 30,000 yen for 1 month. This is a detail of our dormitory for women. Please take a look at the monitor for a moment. It shows the difference between type A and B. How did you think about our dormitory? We always receive a positive feedback from students, so I think you will find our dormitory very comfortable for living. Next, this is a message of the student who graduated from Becca in 2019. Now she is studying at Kurume University as an undergraduate student. Also, because her grades are excellent, she is receiving a scholarship. If you have a look at her message, you will see that she had a productive and enjoyable time in Becca. Okay, then I'll show you a video made by the student who graduated from our Becca program. He explains the features of Becca and introduces what our campus is like.
Hello guys, my name is Hikaru and I came from Indonesia. Now I'm studying Japanese language at Japanese Language School under the Kurume University in Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. So today I will introduce you to the Japanese school itself and the surrounding area in Kurume University. So let's go! This is the main building of Kurume University, and this is the 1000 building. Inside this building there is a lot of computer that you can use, or you can just study in the lounge area. This is the library of Kurume University. In this library there is a special corner called International Student Corner. In that section, you can find a lot of Japanese language books that you can use for learning. This is the ground area. This is 800 building where all of the international students studying, and this is the scenery that you can see on 6th floor. Okay, now you already know a little bit about Kurume University, and now I will tell you about my experience learning in this Japanese language school for 2 years. This past 2 years has been a roller coaster of emotion and hard work for me. I never learned kanji before and a lot of other problems also. But the teacher in here is really helpful and pushing me through these problems. You can discuss your problems, not only life problem but also learning problem. In this Japanese language school, we not only learning Japanese language but also the teacher prepared us to enter in Japanese universities. The teacher teaches us how to do speech, presentation, manners, and other stuff. Okay, that is all for me. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully you're interested into entering this university or entering the Japanese language school in here. Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, how was the video? I'm sure you could get an image of our campus. Next, let's have a closer look at this slide, which shows about the JLPT test. As you know, the JLPT is an abbreviation for the Japanese Language Proficiency Test, which is a test for measuring Japanese proficiency for those who do not speak Japanese as their mother tongue. Also, it is the most famous examination, not only in Japan, but also in other countries. As you can see, the JPT pass rate of Becca students is very high. In order to enroll in Kurume University and other Japanese universities, international students have to take N2 level or more. In Becca program, Japanese language instructors will provide maximum support so that students can improve their Japanese proficiency and pass the JPT test. When you completed your study at Becca, it is high time for you to decide where to go to study at undergraduate or graduate level. For example, these are the postgraduate activities of our students. Nearly 80% of students have entered further education. In Kurume University, there are so many benefits you can enjoy as an international student. That's why most of Becca graduates choose to enroll in Kurume University for their further study. So having dealt with graduation from Becca, I now want to move on to the introduction of Kurume University. In this section, I would like to tell you about our faculties and graduate schools. This is the outline of our next section. First, I'll give you a brief introduction about faculties at Kurume University. Second, I'm going to talk about the benefits of Kurume University for international students. Thirdly, we will move on to the scholarship system at Kurume. Finally, I'll talk about the tuition fees of undergraduate and graduate students. In Kurume University, there are 6 faculties and 13 departments. Now we have only a domestic entrance exam, so we therefore recommend enrolling in these faculties after completing留学生別科. Many students have questions about the School of Medicine of Kurume University. However, for international students, it is too difficult to enroll in because of its course requirements. Next, let me tell you about the advantages of international students who enter Kurume University. Firstly, the tuition fee for the faculties of literature, law, economics, and commerce will be discounted 40%. Secondly, the tuition fee of the graduate school of Kurume University will be 50% off. Thirdly, Kurume University and its graduate school have several scholarships. We have an original scholarship system, especially for graduate students. Fourthly, we also have Kurume University Hospital. In case of disease or injury covered by insurance, when university students and graduate students see a doctor of our hospital, they can get a full refund. Finally, entrance fee will be reduced for Becca graduates. I'd like to move on to the next topic. It's about scholarships for international students. We are very pleased to introduce our original scholarship system in Kurume University. It is for graduate school students, and most of graduate students can get a scholarship by this system. In our system, international students at the master's program can obtain 30,000 yen per month, basically for 2 years. And international students at doctoral program can obtain 60,000 yen per month for 3 years. So graduate students do not have to worry about their financial situation and can concentrate on their research. We are very proud of our scholarship system to be unique and valuable for international students. Of course, there are various scholarships other than our own. Regarding other scholarships, please have a closer look at this chart. There are a number of scholarships that foreign students can apply for financial assistance. Now, let's look at the next topic, tuition fees of undergraduate students. The total fees of the faculties of literature, law, economics, and commerce is 1,080,000 yen. In this topic, the most important point is that the tuition for international students will be discounted 40%. Moreover, the entrance fee for students who graduated from Becca would be exempted 100,000 yen. In this case, the tuition for international students is 719,000 yen. So that the cost difference between Japanese students and international students is 368,000 yen. The graduate school of Kurume University has 4 research sections. In order to study economics, law, international politics, social welfare, or Japanese education, students can research at the Graduate School of Comparative Studies of International Cultures and Societies. To study about commerce, marketing, and accounting, students can research at the Graduate School of Business Administration. We also have graduate schools for the field of psychology and medicine. Applicants need to obtain N1 or greater on the JLPT to study at our graduate school. This is a chart of tuition fee of master programs at our graduate school. Again, I'd like to emphasize that the tuition fee is comparatively cheap for international students in Kurume University. If you graduate from our Becca program and go on to our graduate school, your tuition will be 280,000 yen cheaper than usual. Finally, this is a doctoral version of tuition fees. This graph also shows a great advantage of tuition fees for international students. So let me wrap up our presentation. Today we explained about Kurume University, our Becca program, and benefits for international students. So did I make you interested in our university? If you think Kurume University is the right destination for you, we hope you apply to Becca program in Kurume University. Now you can see the QR codes of our website, Twitter, Facebook, and our direct email address. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions or for further information. So now let's proceed into a question and answer session. My colleague Ayaka will be taking the next one. Thank you.
Thank you for participating in our session so far. Next question section, if you come up with any questions, please post a comment on the chat box below. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I would like to answer them in order. And also in some intervals, I would like to show you 4 videos about our university. Although they are soundless, I will explain the contents instead. So I hope that you could enjoy them. To begin with, this is the outline today. Okay, so firstly, I'm going to show you a video about our school festival. Anoksai. What is Anoksai? Anoksai originally means, hey you in Kurume's dialect. It's an interesting word. So we call our festival Anoksai with a sense of familiarity. Anoksai is held only once a year, so students' enthusiasm is quite high during the festival. People can experience various events such as student stalls, live shows of popular singers and comedians, and the beauty contest, and so on. See, this is the fireworks which is held at the night of the final day. I strongly recommend you to join this Anoksai festival when you come to Kurume sometime in the future. Okay, so COVID-19. We guess that many people have worries about the situation surrounding COVID-19. Now,留学生別科continues to conduct face-to-face classes. From next autumn, we will conduct the online classes as well. At this moment, it is going to be a live class with using a WebEx. Due to the COVID-19, we found many problems so far. However, we would like to solve them one by one, so hope you will kindly understand the situation. Next is about our international exchange. As of today, Kurume University have 30 partner universities all over the world. Now we have approximately 120 international students at Kurume University. Most of them are from Asian countries, such as China, Vietnam, and Nepal. Other than International Center and留学生別科teachers, there are some student clubs for supporting international students. So you do not have to worry about their studying or daily lives very much. As you can see in this video, you can improve your Japanese proficiency with many Japanese students. If you want to make friends, we highly recommend to visit International Center first, so that you can give you useful guidance and various opportunities like this. Okay, so next is about scholarships. We frequently receive inquiries about the scholarship. As for Becca, it does not have the original system, unfortunately. However, when students who enroll in our university and attain a high grade, they can apply some scholarship. It's also about the tuition fee exemption. Next is about our classes. We do not offer English classes in留学生別科, but if students meet the requirements, such as the permit from the teachers, they will have a chance to take some English classes. As you learned in the previous presentation, the cost effectiveness is great in留学生別科. The class hour is 7 per day, and it costs about only 550 yen per hour. Then students can concentrate on learning Japanese for low cost. Many students might wonder how much they can cultivate Japanese skills. Needless to say, especially for people who do not have the culture of kanji characters, it might be not so easy to study Japanese. But as my colleague Kyoka has already mentioned, you will have a perfect environment to learn Japanese in Kurume University. As a result, like you know, JLPT pass rate is so high in Becca. Now in Becca, there are Chinese, Vietnamese, and Nepalese students. They communicate in Japanese or with body language each other. The size of classes are small, so it is not so difficult for you to make friends in留学生別科. This is about the life in Kurume, especially about the part-time jobs. Students can do part-time jobs, which is mainly off-campus one. For example, restaurants, convenience stores, and supermarkets. Dormitories. Dormitory life helps students to get used to the daily life in Japan quickly. Japanese people have many customs such as the trash day, so students also need to learn them with tutors as soon as possible. Is everything okay so far? If you have any questions, please post a comment on the chat box. Okay, after graduation, for enrolling in Kurume University and getting the recommendation from teachers, students need to attain a high grade. So you should keep on studying hardly every day. Okay, lastly, I would like to show you a video about our career support system. As you might already know, job hunting in Japan can be said that it's so unique. Kurume University students prepare very carefully for getting a job offer with having plenty of help from our career support center. Students hardly work on the practices of not only a mock interview, but also a group discussion many times. Look, this is a look of our training camp. They can get a guidance from the person in charge of human resources of real companies. For international students, honestly speaking, it is not so easy to get a job offer from Japanese companies. However, we would like to give a big support to you if you really want to work in Japan. Okay. About the admissions, we frequently receive the questions about the admissions, so I'm going to introduce some to you. This question is about the JLPT level to apply for留学生別科. For instance, N5 of JLPT is acceptable. As for student visa, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask us in advance. And our enrollment period is very tight, so please be careful. For details, take a look at our website, please. Okay, again, for more details about the admissions, please refer to our website. We'll post the URL later on, so check it out. Well, that's all for Kurume University's session. We were very happy to have this kind of opportunities today. I guess I've already answered all your questions, so did I? If anything is missed, let me know now in the chat box. Okay? Okay. Did you enjoy our session? Now we are having the challenging time due to the COVID-19. Kurume University is really looking forward to seeing you here in Kurume when the pandemic ends. Until then, please do take care of yourself. Again, thank you for your interest in Kurume University this time. If you have any questions after this session, please email us, or we have a Twitter account too, so please mention to us. ありがとうございました。